What's up, guys? How's it going? It is Matt here. So I'm actually upstairs in my wife's office again today because my kids are all home. It's like teacher development day, so my two kids are home, and I don't have a quiet place in the room, so I'm coming up here to do this video on you. And I think this is going to be a really important video. If you watch any of my videos, guys, I think this is going to be one of the ones that you should probably watch. So don't skip this one, guys. Now, this is going to be a very serious video, okay? A very serious video. Last night, I watched the interview with Louderworth Crowder. Just an amazing interview with the man who actually stopped the Texas shooter. Who, when the shooter had finished what he did, he got into a truck where he was getting ready to leave, and no one knows the direction he was going. No one knows what his next motive was, but he had a truck full of guns. He had full body armor, tons of ammunition. This guy had a plan. He was doing something. He was going to do something. And a man, a neighbor everyone knew. This was one of the smallest communities that you'll ever see. A neighbor that everyone knew, the nice guy that everyone knew. This guy was a firearms instructor for the NRA. His children were also they are considered NRA designated, or what do they call it, experts. It's actually an award they receive because he spent his life teaching his kids about how to defend themselves and how guns, or how to use firearms and stuff like that. This guy was the guy that right now is growing out a beard because this time every single year he drives his motorcycle and he delivers toys to children with low incomes and other issues and all over the place. This guy is he is American, okay? He is a devout Christian. He's a devout American. He is that guy that everyone knows that when you see him, you just want to shake his hand because he's just that nice of a guy. He's that humble of a man, just that humble of a man. So if you guys will, in the link below, I'll actually put the description to Crowder's interview. You guys seriously need to go and take a look at this interview and, to put a face on the hero of Texas and, see what actually happened. The news is telling all these different things and they're refusing to say different things. And if you actually watch the video, the actual interview, you will see what happened after the aftermath of it. You'll see what happened. Now, the reason I wanted to do this video is because there's been a lot of, after every one of these tragedies, there are so many people out there that are dying for answers. They gotta have answers. There's gotta be a logical explanation. There's gotta be a motive. There's gotta be some sort of logical explanation for all these attacks, and there has to be something, because that's human nature. When evil things happen, people want an answer. There has to be an answer. The sad thing is that there is an answer. It's the answer that they don't want to hear. A lot of people don't want to hear because it scares them. The answer is simple. There is evil in the world. There is. Evil comes in all shapes, all sizes. You never know when it's going to be around. You never know if it'll actually be in the area. You don't know if it's your neighbor. You don't know who it is. Evil is real. And it is on the ground. It is in our neighborhoods. It's on the streets. It's at the grocery stores. There is real evil in the world. And sometimes there isn't a motive. Sometimes it is a psychopath that is pure evil that simply decides to commit an evil act. This shooter, what do we know about him? He was dishonorably discharged from the military. I don't know exactly what it was, which means he couldn't get a hold of any firearms because of his discharge, yet he still managed to get a hold of them. Bad guys will always find the tools that they need, no matter what laws or regulations are. They will always find the tools that they need. This guy was a known atheist, an atheist that was always talking trash to Christians. That's who this guy was. He happened to target a church. Think about that. This guy, what's one of the most common things that you see with a lot of these shooters? One of the most common things. Some people say, oh, it's the drugs that they're taking and stuff like that. It's not always the case. And some people say, oh, they're all registered Democrats. That's not always the case. It's just not. The one thing that all of these people have in common is they lost their will. They lost the will to live. They don't see any good ending to life. They live in a void. Their world is a void. These people have no morals. They have no emotions, it seems. You know, sometimes that's drugs, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just people, it's just evil. They have no emotions. They have no will to live. And what do? They target something like an easy target, something that they hate more than anything in the world. This guy was church. Vegas shooter. Americana. These people target everything they hate, and they bunch it inside, and they keep it inside, and they let it brew and brew and brew, and they feed off that anger, they feed off that rage, and that's when evil comes in. That's when evil takes control. That's when the evil grabs them. The evil grabs them and pulls them into the path that people are scared of. The path, the unpredictable path of evil. Evil is real. Okay? You can call it what you want. You can call it Satan. You can call it whatever it is. Evil is real. And when people live in a void and they fill their bodies with this hatred and political rage, there's some of the comments I was seeing from some people like on Twitter on this was insane. Saying this is a good thing that happened because they were all Republicans. This is a good thing that happened. You know, you hear this stuff and you're like, are you... It's insane. It's like this cesspool of evil, this void that they just live in. It just feeds their rage, and it just feeds their rage. And what happens is some people that live in that void start acting. They don't care anymore. The only thing they care about is their hate, and their anger, and their hatred for everything good. And then they take that out on the targets, easy targets, that they directly relate to their rage. The groups, the politics, faith, schools, children. These people are pure evil. For the people out there that are constantly they're flipping over rocks. You just look at some of the stuff. Still people going on about the Vegas shooting. They're flipping over rocks. There's got to be something more. There's got to be something more. It can't just be, they can't be evil because it scares them. It scares them knowing that there is a true force in the world that they have no control over, that can strike at any minute. It terrifies them. Absolutely, unequivocally terrifies them, knowing that there is a force out there that they can't control, that they have no say in, that can just act, and they will have no chance to act in return. It scares them. So they gotta find an answer. Whatever the answer is, no matter what, how crazy or weird or ridiculous or whatever the answer is, they have to have that answer. Because they just don't want to accept the fact that evil is real. And evil, earth is evil's playground. Temptation, greed, politics, power. All of that. You combine that hatred, it starts boiling over and boiling over and boiling over, and it creates these void of people, these soulless monsters. They are complete voids. If you've done any research into any of these tragedies, a lot of them are just wandering around. They have no thought, just... It doesn't even faze them what they're doing. It's like they're detached from the world. Like they're detached from humanity. It doesn't even faze them. They are so evil and just pure evil that they lose their humanity. Now, they take that rage, whatever it is that's boiling over, they take that rage, those politics, the faith, the wealth, whatever it is, they take it. What's driving them? What's bothering them? They take that. It boils over. It boils them. It boils in them so much that they lose all touch of humanity. They have nothing left but a soulless monster. That's what they become. And then they act. And here's the thing. The only way to stop anything like this from ever happening, one, you can't ever stop it from happening. Evil's in the world, no matter what it is, that evil is going to be in the world. The only way to stop these evil acts is to stand up, to act out of fear. When you are terrified, you're so terrified. If you listen to the interview, he was terrified, but selflessly. He knew every single bang, every single noise he heard meant to him that another person was dying. And out of complete fear and duress, he functioned. He acted. He did the right thing. If you guys want to defeat this evil, if you guys want more of this stuff to stop, be ready. Be vigilant. And be willing to act. Be willing to act. Live your life in the good. The politics, all that other BS and all that other crap, put it aside. Stop focusing on it. Stop dwelling on it. Stop. That stuff fuels you. Stop letting that stuff fuel you, or you will turn into one of these voids. Stop letting that fuel you. Live your life, okay? Get out there. Enjoy your children. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the world. You know, it's a very sad thing. Every time one of these tragedies happens, so sad. It rips people's souls apart when they hear stuff like that. But here's the thing. We live in a world that's uncertain. There will always be evil in the world. No laws, no regulations. That stuff will never, ever, ever stop the evil. Never. Because that evil will always be there. Our planet, our world, is soaked in evil. There's evil all over the place. Okay, there is. What we can do is live your life to the fullest. Be a good person. Help out your neighbor. And all the political bias, all the other crap, all that hatred and rage for people just because of, for some reasons, or because your social media websites and your social media friends, they're not even your friends, tell you about it. And they constantly, you're constantly watching those videos to fuel yourself and fuel that rage. Eventually, that rage is going to boil over. Let go. Let go. We're humans. Be a human. Help your neighbor. Help out your family. I'm starting to get tired of hearing all these people just constantly looking for any reason other than the facts, other than the truth. Looking for any reason whatsoever to clarify what's going on, to make them feel better. We need to accept the fact that no matter what we do, no matter where we live, no matter what type place you are in your world, no matter what your class is, whatever, and all that BS, there will be evil. There will always be evil. What we need to do is be ready for it. Live your life the fullest, but be ready to respond. Be ready to help out your neighbor. That is what we need to do. No laws, no regulations, no nothing will ever stop this evil from happening. It just won't. It can't. only thing that will stop this from happening is people coming together, people trying to help each other, people getting off of each other's throats simply because of political beliefs or race and stuff like that. Just get off of people's throats, guys. Work together. I'm going to leave it at that. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends about me. And remember, it's our responsibility to take care of each other and protect each other. Peace.